Hello and welcome to our channel Intimate Lens, hosted by myself, Dr. Katz, and my business partner, Dr. Tabisel. Today's focus is on to tell or not to tell. Let's check it out. To tell or not to tell? Well, men are quite clear about their sexual wants and preferences and likes. Women do not quite tell to speak up as much. And often they have a lot of disruptive thoughts in their mind without telling the partner. Let's take a look at a few. Question number 1. To tell or not to tell that intercourse is not arousing? The male typically thinks that if the penis is happy to see the vagina is equally happy to see the penis, but it is not quite so. The female needs a lot more for arousal than just a penis in vagina. So should I tell him? Another one, much as he tries to stimulate you, you just cannot reach an orgasm. You just cannot get it going today. Should you tell him or should you fake it? Faking is not a good thing, so let's not even think so. But should you tell him? No, I don't get it today. Or no, I'm not into it today. Ideally, yes, you would. It's a mutual activity, but there is no pressure. Should you tell him to stop working on you or trying to get you aroused by doing oral sex or manual sex? If it takes you longer and you begin to feel bad for him for doing it for so long, should you tell him? Well, the answer to this one is typically, how often has the man suggested that you should stop stimulating their penis? They usually immerse themselves in the enjoyment and let you do it for as long as you can. So why worry about them stimulating you? Just lay there and just let them do for you whatever it is that makes you feel sexually good. And don't worry about stopping them. They will let you know if they can no longer do it. Another item to tell or not to tell, that the way he stimulates you just doesn't do it for you. It's like rubbing your knee. That's not going to get you to be aroused at all. Should you tell him to stop it? Or should you just fake that it's the most wonderful thing ever? Food for thought, right? Should you tell him that it's your first time? Should you tell him that you had vaginismus and you're a little nervous since your treatment? Should you tell him that you had surgery or have a limitation and you need to go a little easy the first time or make some modifications? Should you tell him or should you just go on forward to make it perfect like in the movies? Thought-provoking questions, aren't they? Should you tell him that intercourse is painful when he is inside you and he is all huffing and puffing and enjoying himself? Should you tell him you are suffering? That things are not so good for you? Is there really a question about the answer to this particular question? Of course you should. But sadly, women tend to suffer in silence. And that's a very sad fact. Should you tell him that your vagina needs a little boost of lubrication because intercourse has been taking a long time and your natural juices have dried up? You begin to feel that it's getting to be a little chafy, a little sticky, and you'd like to add some lube? Should you tell him? Or should you pretend that you're perfectly fine like in the movies and you could do it for hours and nothing bothers you? I guess you can get the answer to that one, right? Protect yourself. It's about your vagina. It's about your health. It's about not suffering. What about changing sexual position? What about if you hate the particular position that you're in? Well, voice your opinion. Of course you should. Why suffer? What about if you just don't feel like doing it today? Should you tell him? Or should you always say yes when the male suggested let's engage sexually? Do you have preferences? Do you have calls to make? Do you have options and choices? These are very typical questions and scenarios that play a role in women's lives. And we hope that you will take a good look at yourself and that you will be dedicated to your health, to your consensual choices, to your comfort, to what pleases you sexually, to what you like about your partner and how you like to do that, so that you can develop a good communication exchange with your sexual partner, where you could arrive through verbal or physical or suggested communications to a point where what you do is mutually beneficial, mutually comfortable, without any faking and without any make-believe. Isn't that what good sexual encounter is all about? We hope you focus on that as well. Thanks for your interest. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll be happy to answer. Share, like, and see you next time.